Ritika, talking about the electrolytes. So, what is the kind of formulas that you use specifically when you need a low electrolyte formulation?
So, Eileen, yeah, it's very, very important because, generally as ICU dietitians, we only concentrate on the calories and the proteins for the patients. We somehow, completely forget about the electrolytes. Now, electrolyte imbalance is very, very common in the ICUs, and that will also depend, you as a dietitian will have to change your formulation because of that electrolyte imbalance. Now, where all do we get to see these electrolyte imbalance? I think most common, I think all of us know, is the AKIs, the acute kidney injuries which happen mostly in our ICU patients, and because of which there will be hyperphosphatemia or hyperkalemias. So that is one of the most common scenarios. But besides that, also we get to see a lot, especially when you have severely malnourished patients walking in, something which we know as repeating syndrome. Remember, that's also a very, very important indicator, and you should look into because there is a little electrolyte shift there happening too. Also, when we have fluid overload or there is fluid restrictions, because if there is fluid overload, that will obviously lead to more edema in the body. It can also strain the heart. So you have to be very, very careful and look into the electrolytes for such kind of patients. And last but not the least, because I specifically look after the neuro ICUs, I get to see a lot of sodium overload, and we have to restrict on the sodium, because if we are not able to do that, that also leads to a lot of water retention and actually leads to a brain, cerebral edema, which is very, very common. And that's where, we have to rethink about our formulations, what we are using, and probably look into something which, of course, are giving us our calories and proteins, but again, are very, very light on the electrolytes for sure.